approximately 3.2 billion people in the world are currently unreached by the gospel. That means not they've heard the gospel of Jesus and rejected him. It means they've never even heard the good news, the truth about who he is and how much he loves them. When we think about problems in the world, I would submit this is the biggest problem in the world because everything flows from this. In this world, you think about other entrepreneurs, business leaders, leaders of all kinds like you in the world. If they don't have the gospel of Jesus, they don't have the Spirit of God in their hearts, what that leads to in self-seeking, in corruption, in all kinds of issues in marriage and family that lead into all kinds of issues in the fabric of society. We know this. The gospel is our greatest need. And we're talking about 3 billion people in the world who don't have what they most need. And you and I have an opportunity to change that. I'll never forget being on a mountainside in a remote part of the world where I met somebody just like you and me, hardworking, wanting to provide for, care for their family, kids, struggling to do so in a pretty poverty-stricken area. And as I talked with them, I said, well, what do you know about Jesus? And they looked back at me with a blank stare, like I just brought up somebody from a village nearby that they hadn't met. They had no clue who Jesus is, had never even heard his name. And I thought, this is not tolerable, that there would be people, and not just isolated people, but people in remote villages and great urban cities who have little to no knowledge at all about who Jesus is. And so I began to say, okay, what can I do to change this? And I'm a pastor with unique opportunities or gifts that can be a part of changing that. But this is where I want to press in and encourage you in particular as an entrepreneur, as a business leader, as an investor, whoever you are, wherever God has called you, whatever gifts, resources he's given to you, know that he's given them to you for a reason. He wants to use your life to make the greatest news known in the world. And through the marketplace, you have opportunities to make this news known in the world like no one else. As a pastor, there's a variety of countries I can't get into with my credentials that I'm not welcome in, that will welcome you. You have open doors through business for the spread of the gospel in so many places in the world. And I just want to encourage you not to leave those on the table. As you use your gifts, your skills, as you leverage and steward the resources God's entrusted to you, keep the biggest problem in the world in perspective. You have a part to play in getting the gospel to individuals that comprise 3 billion who've never heard it. And I just want to encourage you, don't stop short of playing the part God has called you to play.